Hey guys, Dr. Berg here. In this video, we're going to talk about low cortisol. Now, I've done a lot of videos on high cortisol, what it can do. In this video, we're going to talk about low cortisol. Now, cortisol has a lot of good benefits. It actually helps you, but too much of it or too little of it can mess you up. So one of the causes of low cortisol would be cortisol resistance. And that means that you had high levels of cortisol over a long period of time or high levels of stress, and the receptors for cortisol started to downgrade and get blocked. So now it's just very similar to insulin resistance in that you can't absorb it anymore. So here you have the situation where the cells don't get the benefit of cortisol despite high levels of cortisol. The feedback loops come right around to the adrenals, sensing low cortisol. It starts pumping out more cortisol. So you have a situation where you have high cortisol and low cortisol. So now you have the bad effects of belly fat, high blood pressure and all those issues and bone loss, but then you don't have all the natural anti-inflammatory effects. So you get inflammatory conditions, arthritis, bursitis, tendinitis, all the type of inflammatory things because cortisol is normally an anti-inflammatory. Okay, so you lose that. That's why when you go to the doctor, they will give you prednisone or cortisone creams for the skin rashes and allergies and itching and asthma and arthritis. They inject you with cortisone shots because cortisol has the benefit of getting rid of inflammation. Low immunity. If you don't have the benefit of cortisol, you can get sick easily. You can have problems with autoimmune problems. Allergies. Okay, I mean, think about what a lot of times for allergies, they'll give you cortisone or prednisone. Asthma, if you don't have enough cortisol, you can have problems with asthma, asthmatic. I mean, bronchocorticosteroid inhaler. They're giving you cortisone, right? Because you don't have enough. You don't have enough adrenal function. Low stress tolerance. So your tolerance for stress is pretty crappy. So because you don't have enough cortisol. So you get edgy easily. Low vitamin D levels. So you don't regulate those properly. And then poor memory. So cortisol actually helps the memory if you have normal amounts. If you don't have it, you can have issues with memory. But other than that, you're perfectly fine, right? So one of the things I use, not to cure this thing, but just to help support the adrenal gland, is I have something called cortisol support formula. Now this is not for people with high cortisol. It's for people with low cortisol to help support a healthy adrenal. It has some interesting things. It has 3 of the ingredients are food-based vitamin C complexes. They're not synthetic. If you take a lot of synthetic vitamin C, you will weaken the adrenals. The adrenal supports most of it's like a vitamin C reserve in the body because you need the vitamin C to not just make cortisol, but to make adrenal hormone. Adrenaline. And the other hormones that are produced by the adrenal too, like adrenaline, noradrenaline, all those are called catecholamines. You need vitamin C as a precursor for that. So there's 3 food-based vitamin C complexes. It's not a vegan product, so it has grass-fed adrenal extract. It has grass-fed liver extract, which also helps the cortisol regulate itself. It has 2 versions of vitamin B5, which is also good to help bolster the adrenal. It has licorice root, trace minerals. So it's a real good product to bring the person up. I would take 3 a day, okay? So that is something you can do. Also, you want to fix this, you have to avoid the source. So you're going to have to start looking at what is stressing you out and really focus on that. You're going to have to focus on your sleep. You're going to have to do walking, not any high intensity. You're going to have to change your environment so you're not in stress states as much, whether it's work, home, or whatever, okay? So anyway, I put a link down below if you want to check out the cortisol support, and thank you for watching.